Today is a Monday, the 17th of November, 2025. Fragile honor, ke kgwedi yo neo ya ngwana tsele ke ngwaga ja ka ototoba ke ngwaga ja ka otla bokutung mme dumela re tumela thata go bokgone jelo go simola jelo moswa gago ditiraganyo yone ya dumela Botswana maximum jana ke re go jelo ka thamalo go jelo mo tropo kgolo ga borone mme ka go thola jelo se mo sa bose se yone tropo yone mo jelo gona mo tseng go mpeko it will be 18 degrees Celsius mme tare mo tsemong yana ko e na jelo 20 degrees mme ka go Francistown go the city of Francistown it will be 17 degrees mo go mpeko mme tare mo tsemong yana ko tota e be na jelo 20 degrees so go jelo gona gore malasa Botswana se ditema jelo dipula tse di seng kana ka sebe ja ka ditse gona go kona go jelo ka maswebelele a pula mme ke tsa kere ke se sebaka se le gore a se tumela se ke tsang kere ra se dumela rothe gore malasa Botswana mme ke le bote gore ba jelo go bogona tšhuba jelo thanya dumela Botswana a maina ke Bernard Benibi wa magaso mme ja ka se mo sento tsa gago ke la jelo
Benibi ne
yes I got to be Benibi yes
hi Benibi
hi Lala
how are you doing this morning how was the weekend very wet
well very wet
I was so happy about it I could turn na pula ra
tsamela simply because you like sleeping
no I now when it's raining I will do things I will be outside to batla go bona metsi antsa tshologa tsa le hake bona gore wow
yeah it's
really peaceful I like water
yeah it is honestly
bana ba rinke ba mpiditse mapula nke ke ntse ke re dumela nna ke video mapula tsa this morning but let me take this moment to also say good morning to you thank you so much for joining us once again this week nna ke video hala go tena le di lala tsapo one half of the two that takes you through the week giving you nothing but the best breakfast you can ever ask for on here right here on the DUMELA Botswana breakfast show thank you so much for waking up once again and saying let me switch on the TV and start my morning right it is a motivational Monday Monday that we like because every morning we need motivation
honestly
now every Monday
most of that ngwaga wa hela we really need to reignite and also be able to refocus so we really need to be motivated
so that's exactly what we'll be doing this morning on the show the breakfast show we're going to have the traffic update at exactly 6:30 but before that Miss Kabusin
award-winning Miss
as we know there were so many games this weekend so many games and I'm so excited
Monday is an overload for her
it's an overload Monday but otherwise we still have our two conversations that we'll be having this morning starting off with you what are we having on your side
and I think it's one that I'm really going to enjoy I'll be seated next to a personal development coach reclaiming focus in a distracted world and especially the social media part guys there's a lot happening I'm seeing Lala in Cape Town I'm seeing I need to live life because so you need to clean focus in this world whereby distraction it's social media it's at the game familiar
everything is different
yes
so that's a very important question that is one of they say comparison is the world's
biggest killer
thief the thief of happiness yes comparison is the thief of happiness so let's not compare ourselves to other people and see how that is gonna go in our lives but otherwise we have a very good book today it is a self-help book that we'll be reviewing in the second hour of the show the name of the book is Daily Thoughts so we'll be talking about inspiration wisdom and clarity for every day there's so many chapters here I think one over three are done with the chapter and then every day you just keep going back to see words and new thoughts that you can now take onto your day about how he got to write such a thick book and so what inspired him to inspire you and we'll be having that conversation in the second hour of the show otherwise we start our morning with a bit of a stretch with alignment hey Malatsing
and the one person who tried to make me enjoy yoga but I haven't given it enough attention
you know what's going to help you back problem
Oh.
Even back problems will make you realize, let me try some yoga. And if you want to know how exactly you're going to do it, let's do some back stretches, but doing it the yoga style to get our mornings aligned and our weeks to a great start. Good morning.
I'm Dimpo, this is Kusafalo. We are just gonna do a bit of back stretches for those who have back pains. So we are gonna start first. This is what we call mountain pose. So when we take the hands up, it's called extended mountain pose. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, make sure the shoulders are away from the ears, and then fold forward. You are breathing out. So we're gonna come back here to halfway lifting, the back is straight, take a deep breath in, and then you're gonna release that breath. When you plant the hands down, take the legs back to what we call downward facing dog. So you're gonna be here, not too long, not too short, to catch your breath. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, make sure the shoulders are aligned with the ears. Take a deep breath in and release, bring the knees down. Beautiful. We are gonna do, you can tuck in the toes like what I'm doing, or you can release them. So we're gonna do what we call cat-cow. We are starting first with cow. So you're curving the back. It's a deep breath in and release to what we call cat. You're hunching the back. So you're gonna do a few movements of these. Let's go back to cow. You're breathing in. You can exaggerate the movement as much as you can and release out. This is really good for the back. Even in prenatal yoga, they advise for it. Let's go again. Deep breath in. If you're pregnant, this is the best pose to do. And release. Beautiful. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Tuck in the toes, lift the hips up to the ceiling, to the sky. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and release. Coming back to all four. We are gonna go low. Beautiful. Let's come to what we call cobra. The hands are beside the chest, lifting the chest up and gently release. Now let's release the hands to what we call Sphinx pose. So let's lift up, a deep breath in. We're gonna be here not too long, not too short. So here you are targeting the lower back. Not the lower back, the mid back, sorry. You are targeting the mid back. So let's lift the shoulders up so that you can feel that stretch. Make sure the legs are as close to each other as possible. Don't put them together, but make sure they're close. You can close your eyes, you can open them if the space allows it to, and lift the shoulders up. Keep lifting up, don't pull your back, and gently release. Bring the hands back to all four, back to downward facing dog, hips to the ceiling or the sky for an open space like this, and gently release to all four. Now let's take the upper body up to what we call camel. Camel, you can have the hands beside the waist like Zafalo, or if your back is flexible, you can bring the hands back and then go for it. Make sure you are pushing your torso away from your body. Take a deep breath in. The neck is not stiff. You can shake it yes, you can shake it no. Take a deep breath in and gently release, coming up. Let's come to sitting. as we are done with our back stretch. There's a few more poses, but we don't have time. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.
That's what access fa ka se go re se go ga mogere ke bua karabo miskebo sena re mo go mo bekeng yeno ha re ba re bile jalo di kgantsone e le tsa metshameko ka go harologana ga tsone mo motsong wa tsela go mpe ko re ta simolla ka kumela. Yes, Botswana says that. Ta simolla jalo ka ga kumela tsone e le tsa tennis re lebele jalo ntungamile Requeen ha mmago jalo le bona le khotela Botswana Tennis Association ya ka ba tshwere jalo di kgaisano mo ne ga ire go kumela metshameko ya First Division North and South me re lebele the FNB Premiership ya ka le re metshameko eo e ne tseletse pele over the weekend re go komela setlhopha sa Gaborone United se leng gore ka go tlhokaletsego se tswetse ntem ba metshameko yone e le ya the CAF Women Championships World Cup qualifier magoro go ne go iregala ma continent ya Africa and of course around the world milgale a disimela jalo ka ga go komela jalo go tsa tennis go re boneng jalo motshameki wa mono ga Ntungamile Requeen gore a fenye jalo his 6th title ya bo 6 ne Benny 6 ya ITF World Tennis Tour Junior so ke tsela re Ntungam o ne a fenya motshameko kana a fenya jalo that title sa se monate go gore ona sa fenyetse jalo mo ha tshela Botswana go eleng gore o ne a khona gore a tse flaga ya lehatsele a e totomatse a khona go fenya one motshameko wa gagwe ja ka nne ke thalosa mo ka itsela gore mo ngwageng wa 2025 o khone gore a fenye jalo 2 titles ele J100 Algiers ga mo le J60 Nairobi tsothe e le tsa clay ka 2024 na fenya jalo tse pedi J30 Kampala le tse pedi tota J30s in Kampala me re bone jalo ka 2023 ka Abidjan a khona gore a fenya jalo J30 ke tse tournament tsa gago tse leng gore o na di fenya jalo Ntungamile Requeen. I mean it's one of those players by long when you talk about tennis he's always there and he's always doing well, not surprising gore ba khone go fenya jalo his world title tennis tour ya di junior for the 6th year's time.
Yeah, and ya ga ntse go gatela gone gore ke thatla ga bo 6 le ke gore nna ngwana o Thambudimo has been actually doing it right for a very long time.
Yes.
So ke itse le gore the other time ala ha go tsora naro ene o tata o theketile Grand Slam
your Grand Slam
junior. Yes. Ke be ke bona gore gore with him accumulating points and being successful like this gore jalo gone gore re ta mmona jalo tora go e gore ga mona go eng sa di sempedi ke yone tumelo a mekele Motswana mona go nya go mpi.
Maybe la ha re bua jalo ka go tsone tsa tennis wa ka itsela the ITF World Tennis Tour Juniors e simolla jalo mo tsela go mpeku di 17 go ithela di 22 re tshameka jalo J60 metare di 24 to 29 tsone ntse le tsa ga November e be re tshameka jalo J100 go simolla jalo mo tsela go mpeku we just being hopeful that what the rain is not going to disturb but high main thing o ya jalo ka kwa the tennis course go le gore mo tsela go mpeko go simolla jalo J60 tare ga gare ga beke le go bata jalo re wa itse thipe a re be jalo mo dinakong gore gone mme go tsamaya ka tselentseng ya rena le batshameki ba ileng gore tare hela mo sa tsela go mpeko bo ke ja kang khotso tumeletso khosi e be le gore ba tshameka rena le batshameki ba le mmalwa ba ileng gore ba tao ba tsa karolo jalo mo go yone J60 all you have to do like I said go to the tennis course we go ja monato one ele wa tennis. Har selo mo go tsa tennis re tsena jalo mo go tsa First Division re simolola ka go komela jalo metshameko ne tshamekiwa over the weekend ile ya First Division South me a jalo ka mathatso ja ka nne re mana stapa sa Presidency Presidency 11 okay
la sentela ska tsenya di onyana mo teng. Oh,
kind of that to me, and you become so abusive. People don't know. I don't even know when, did you start liking Presidency 11 to that extent?
But I like it and I support it.
Since when?
No, since
every season you have a new team. Who does that?
No, what Mohammed na ke leba gore me bi ka ta team e ira jana go no go bua jalo mo league so gonana ke support mo First Division South ke Presidency 11 le Majwe.
I don't know
not even. I'm just a football lover.
We are old guys. No, guys, a lot of stuff. I say, Presidency 11. But I'm a friend who Holy Ghost. pedi go lefela jaaneng Young Stars yone e ne e fenya jalo Taung Young Strikers ka sepedi go e lengwe ha ina Flamingo Santos e ne e fengwa ke Dinare ka no e lengwe go lefela tsetseng e fengwa ke Tlokong United o e itikile Tlokong United ya modimo ba fenya jalo tsetseng United ka no tse tharo go tse pedi e le yone metshameko ne tshamekwa jalo ka mathatso ka Sontaga ga ba go tshamekwa metshameko e le mebedi jaaka ne re bona Stapa sa Security Systems ba fenya Toronto Stapa sa Rhinos Messi ka no tse pedi go lefela mme Majong le Thamagashu Stars di tshameka maleka a 1-1 PTV Sport e ne e le ka ko motshamekong wa Stapa sa Security Systems ga mmogo jalo le Toronto Notwane ya ka Stapa seo sa Systems ba ne ba fenya yone Notwane ya ka bona mo ditsatsong tsa gago ka no tse pedi go lefela
Let me start by congratulating Security Systems for their win. We've given a fight. It wasn't today. The painful part of this game is that if you don't score, then you end up losing. We've created so many chances. Like each and every game, we go to the goal post, but we come back nothing.
ka thata coach mme o ha re lebella gore moraga metshameko e o loko ya bone eme ya Presidency 11 ke ba ileng gore ba go godimo ka 22 points Dinare 19 points Young Stars 18 points Security Systems 17 points on spot number 4 number 5 Holy Banyana ka 16 points me number 6 ke Stapa sa ina Flamingo Santos ka 13 points Toronto Notwane on spot number 7 ka 13 points Thamagashu Stars 13 points on spot number 8 number 9 Taung Young Strikers 13 points Majong ba le mo spot number 10 ka 11 points United 5 points Mr. Pasatse ba le kota se ka 4 points le tsone tse leng gore di ne di ragala jalo le tsa First Division South a re paga mere le beka ko North
yes re tla ba jalo ka ko First Division North metshameko e ne ile mmalwanyana mme le video yona ya kgona go la gore le bakala le bala le tetse metsi mme mosamko o leng teng ke Stapa sa botle FC ba gona jalo go tswa ka ko Ferry Wanderers ka phenywa no tse tharo go lefela ke ke Stapa sa ga mabosena seno so ba gaetso mme re bone jalo Toronto FC yone tse jalo simulation e nte tota ya ba hanya jalo Stapa sa Ndundu Young Fighters ka no tse tharo go tse pedi 11 Angels managed to secure a 1-0 victory over JJ United ha tsikinyega Tigers yone ko lapeng ba ne ba mo jalo Stapa sa mbala ka Lungu SC mme tsikinyega Tigers mosamko ka no tse pedi go le hela tota mme motlakase versus Beer Highlands ha gona go semeka ba ka la go le bala le tetse metsi ga mo go la mosamko wa Enisha versus Sango e Bushbuck go ra jalo go mosamko motata o tshamkiwa gape go ra jalo go Sango e sima gape e bola ko Francis Town ka ba ka la go gore mosamko Merle bela jalo the Lockstain Stars tsona ka ko First Division North di me ka tseleng jana Toronto FC ba ko mara ko di motota ka 26 points ga tsa bote FC le ko number 2 ka 21 number 3 is Enisha ka 17 points Ndundu Young Fighters 16 points Sango Bushbucks ele mo sport number 5 with 11 points Beer Highlanders lo ne ba mo sport number 6 with 11 points 11 Angels on sport number 7 with 10 points Ferry Wanderers sport number 8 with 9 ha JJ United on sport number 9 with 8 Tsikinyega Tigers FC on sport number 10 with 7 ha motlakase le Balakalungu le ko tase ka di north ka di thatso tsa thataro se thopa me motlakase number 11 ha Balakalungu ile on sport number 12 ka 6 points
right a re tsela mo go tsa First Division re komela jalo bo mogolo a bone ko the FNB Premiership gore what was happening over the weekend we all know the story which happened on Friday as Mochirisana Chiefs and Gaborone United played a goalless draw because there were no goals
yeah and happy just
were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
The crowd was just too much.
Something has to be done. Kile use this platform to buella us, the spectators.
I mean, at the end of the day, the decisions are taken by decision makers. Okay. I can come here and say, guys, I send the tickets, I'm making sure we no longer allow people to get in the stadium, but I'm just karabo.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to Saturday. Where were you on Saturday? On Saturday, we were at Lobatsa Sport Complex. Going on the extension Ganas Nea Calendar Stars.
Yeah.
Ne? Calendar Stars arrived at Lobatsa Sport Complex at 21 minutes past 3. That's 39 minutes before kick-off.
Right.
They had breakdowns, go debate, whatever. We got there before them. Like, you know,
way before them.
Way before them. Way before them. But that didn't really matter. They beat Extension Ganas by 3 goals to 2.
Yeah.
That was the situation in Lobatse Sport Complex. Ya ka stapa seo sa Calendar Stars bana ba amogetse jalo stapa kana ba amogetse ke stapa sa Extension Gunners. Mr. Paseo sa Calendar Stars ba fenya Extension Gunners na ke re ta bona dinno ha gore dinno tseo di ne di tsena ka tsela ntseng jang metshameko ne wa Extension Gunners ha mo go jalo le Calendar Stars. But anyway, let's hear from the two coaches from maikutene la ntseng jang moraga motshameko o.
Chakalisa! That's a beauty. That's a cracker. Wash! Toko banking. Ababita Chivese. Bonababusi. Bayatanya Lelechoa Extension Ghana. Open net. Call number 2. Arabone Dooms. A beautiful, cool, calm, collected.
Extension Gunners ya ka ne ba fengwa jalo ke Calendar Stars ye ne the consolation goal ya stapa Extension Gunners ko phelong ya sengwe le sengwe ba fengwa 3-2.
Do what you can do best, and the last product you don't get it right. We just have to say we need to go back again and work on our scoring. Like I said, we did our homework very well. It is what it is. We could not convert, unfortunately, but we don't give up. We don't. This is football. It's a marathon, though we are down there, but we will work on these guys, especially. I mean, mentally, we need to be in a good shape. But I believe we will get there.
We needed these 3 points. I think we have not been getting the points as we had maybe planned when the season started. Not that we were playing badly even in the previous games. It's just that maybe our conversion rate was very, very, very poor. But now when we talked in the dressing room, we talked about now creating chances, maybe replicating whatever we do at the training ground and we bring it here. Now we were also concerned about how much should we enter the last third, our entry there. I thought we entered very, very well. But I must say Extension Ghana started very, very well. They kept the ball very, very well. But we knew they were going to be looking for Chives every time, a long ball that we were looking for. So we had to deal with him. I think first 3 or 4 balls, he was very, very good. But then we adjusted, then we kept him out.
You know what?
Yeah.
We are this weekend.
Yeah.
In Kakot.
Go guy.
Lobatse.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was at the field this weekend.
No,
like in
yeah, but you receive all the blessings.
It is what it is. Anyway, let's carry on. Rebe jalo ka ko Obed Itani Chilume Stadium ntse ele ka mathatso ya ka stapa sa majombolo Nico United. Ba ne ba ka ko ba etetse jalo ke stop kana ba etetse stapa sa traffic. Okay, se loro stapa sa traffic e nnile bone ba ntha go nosa. Ba no sa nno ya ntha Mr. Pasa Nico United bone ba ba ko marago go nosa jalo dinno di le pedi go fanya stapa sa match minyenga ko gae ka nno tse pedi go elengwe.
The boys didn't come to party despite winning. You saw what happened in the first half where they scored through just a silly mistake on our side. But we prepared well. We prepared for traffic. We know to say they are not doing fine. They are also not scoring goals, and the only way we can destabilize them is to score more than 1 goal.
Yes, we are losing games. Obviously, they are not happy with that. We are also not happy with that. The sponsors are not happy with that. We will keep working hard towards getting a different or towards getting a better result. That is definitely what we want. When we scored, everybody was happy. We were also happy to score today. And we can only have hoped that at least it stays like that, or we get another goal to seal the game.
From Francistown to Palape, go eleng gore Morupule Wanderers bana ba le go gae ba etetse jalo ke stapa sa Flamingos. Moraga gore ba latlhegelwe go gae kgathano le BDF 11 sa Flamingos. Motho na le mo go bone gore ba go ira ka tselentseng jang ha ba kopana jalo le stapa sa Morupule Wanderers. Mr. Paseo se sa Flamingos ba khona gore ba fenye jalo Morupule Wanderers ka nno tse pedi go lefela.
We need to defend the goal, to say we are coming from a loss. Now we need a win, at least maximum points. Then we said, let's bring in a defensive player. That is when we brought in a defensive midfielder.
I felt we dealt well with their
their strengths, and we had more ball possession, especially the first half. But I felt we didn't hit the areas that we planned for to hit, where we knew they were very weak, which was on the side, on the half spaces. After the rainfall, the ground surface was somehow a bit altered, so we had to alter our approach, more long balls on the two sides, and then it was a matter of half chance, one side take advantage.
Me motshameko mongwe hele wa mathatso e leng gore ga wa kgona hela with 7 minutes left in Leicester Pass Rapo United leading Santa Green 2-0, so literally that was for nothing because you're gonna start from minute 1. Like, it is what it is. On Sunday, all the action was at Gaborone United Stadium. Yaka re simolla jalo ka motshameko wa Stapa sa Matebele. O ka tsela re Stapa sa Matebele ba ne ba kopane jalo le Jwaneng Galaxy. E nna bona ba ntha go no sa Matebele, very beautiful goal I must say. Mabatsa ke tapele mere bona jalo Stapa sa Jwaneng Galaxy Thabang Sisinyi ano sa no ya go le re somele bongwe a busetsa Jwaneng Galaxy mo motshamekong ya re hela ditsaka ra bona jalo o matla ke batho ano setsa Stapa sa Jwaneng Galaxy. Jwaneng Galaxy taking a 2-1 lead only for Matebele to come back, making it 2-2, and then Dinama Fredericks ano setsa Stapa sa Jwaneng Galaxy. Motshameko hela jalo le gore le sa re pela dinaledi ba fenya ka notse tharo go tse pedi. Matebele in an encounter which they missed a penalty.
Ba go batla jalo kele Rasebopelo o tla dirang fa batla thush roka motho in the 18 box o romela kgwele ka nekotsi wash Mokachane busa mokarolo nyekotsi tula ka tlhogo bona gone fa Gaucho Sisinyi aba ya tlanya le letloa go ka dira ya ntha ya Jwaneng Galaxy kopana jalo le karolo ya bobedi ya motshameko sa tsentsi simolotsa motho Jwaneng Galaxy da on the offense ba romela kgwele dunga matla ke batho para motsotso fela wa ntla wa korela bedi ya motshameko romela kgwele Maloisane Dambe bana ya tlanele letlo wa kgwele ya Shidambe o ne la jalo Matebele no ya bobedi e ba Jwaneng Galaxy ba tlatsa ba botsa dipotso di dintsi mo go Victor James o romela mo karolong ya kotsi simple tap in go ka ya tlanele letlo wa Dynamo Fredericks pora jalo goal kana no ya boraro ya Jwaneng Galaxy.
We had a good game, decent game in fact. Exactly how we thought they will come and play. Exactly how we've planned to prevent them from scoring. That's exactly how they scored the goals. It's a good show for my players. They did well. They put their effort, but it's those smallanyana mistakes that we always do, and that we always pay the price. So again, we must get better. We must improve and rehole as quick as possible because of we drop points. And
I think we started the game as we expected. They were giving us the ball back, and then we had the nonsense over Major. I don't know what difference it made whether he had 777 or 7,077 on the back of his jersey. It was quite clear they wanted him off the park. So for 10 minutes, we were trying to patch it up. The jersey, we couldn't get the 9 on, and they scored during that period. And it was a good goal. Don't get me wrong, it was a good goal. But up until then, they hadn't had a sniff. They were giving us the ball back, and we were controlling the game. I felt it was only a matter of time before we scored first.
Ra ga motshameko yo hebele gore go tsana jalo Stapa sa Palestina ja ka nne ba mogetse Matebele Stapa sa BDF 11 nna bone ba ntha go nosa Godfrey Tau ya tswala ano setsa Stapa sa Township Plus ya re di boa kwa Stapa sa Popa ba nosa ba tsaya ke tapele ka nno tse pedi go elengwe thanks to Godfrey Tau ya tswala maybe BDF 11 at the death equalize to grab a point at the end. You got a 9 goals thriller at Gaborone United Stadium. Palestina 2 Matebele 2.
We thought we have stolen it at the end. Fortunately, misunderstanding, miscommunication by our players on the box when they were supposed to defend that corner kick, and we failed to defend it, and we ended up conceding at the end. Again, disappointing, looking at how we
2 points in Pique. It happened today again. I mean, 2 minutes left. We should have done better in terms of defending that corner.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy with the point. We deserve a point or 3 points. It was a very good game. Remember, Rollers is a big side. Rollers has quality. When you play with Rollers, you have to plan properly to avoid embarrassment.
Okay, tsalo gore motshameko mongwe ne re bana stapa sa Police 11 le Black Lions di tshameka maleka a lefala tsa metshameko re di tswela ka selentseng jalo re taba re kopana le tsona gape kgante jana go lebella se leng gore ne ntse di iragala e le mtsone tsa metshameko over the weekend a re ka hela ha re tsa ka Lala Slay ga mo go le Benny Biba go lekolela se mo sa Pharakano.
Ngwaro tse ke di ratang thata ka live television ke gona gore there should be instant what do you call it, instant action to the things that didn't go right according to your plan. So ne ke go betsa hello our development coach Mr. Obake Mosepele was trying to butsana le ne ka yona khanyo ya reclaiming focus in a distracted world, but unfortunately due to unforeseen circumstances he couldn't make it. But since I have with me a intelligent girl who knows almost everything, who studied, she's here because of qualifications, guys. Lala, we live in an era where we need validation, especially the social media wise. We have disgruntled family values. We have even our own personal pressures and and even more. There are lose focus. They really matter in life. And sometimes it's justifiable, but not the whole focus. I don't think there's justification. For me, if you've lost focus, there's no justification.
There's a lot of change in the world, Ben. Yeah. We need to get to the why
first. It's too drastic.
There's a lot of drastic change. Yeah. I mean, nobody expected that a pandemic would happen where the world stops, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And during that pandemic, it accelerated technological use.
Yeah.
Too much access is a problem. I think people don't realize how too much of everything is bad for you. Too much access has become a problem that once you got access to information, such as where is Ben all the time? You know, what is Ben doing all the time? Ya no nkelela like focus more Benny e be ke simolla go compare gore kana me Benny e ka ru busy wa bereka hanka robala ke batla gore ke ska robala.
Yes.
You know, the most natural things of life that we're not doing anymore. We're not going outside to just sit down, let me soak in the sun for 5 minutes anymore, because I don't know, we start having this belief that you are wasting time. The problem is the fact that we are wasting time, or that's the thought process, and now we become distracted to do everything and never do nothing.
So because I want us to look at it from the digital point of view, since the digital space is taking control of how we live, how is it impacting our focus in this world? Also take a look at the personal side of it. Some people are losing it because they're going through depression. In the process, focus. So let's start, the digital overload.
Before we even get into that, your phone, how many hours you are active on your phone? Do you know how many hours? The last time, how many hours have you been active on your phone?
Yeah, the last time on Thursday, I've been active. Screen time, I'm 8 hours. And
8
I was like,
hours screen time. We have 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
We sleep 8 hours, or we're required to sleep 8 hours. For 8 hours, you are on your screen.
Yes.
Right?
And for me,
you are interacting with yourself through a screen. Do you think that is normal?
No, it's not. That I can tell you, it is not. And every time I go on a major thing, because I got to one did I do more than 8 hours? And I got to one because I feel like what consumer and the consumption because I know it's information overload. I remember my boss once told me that it's easy to convince me of anything because I get information. I get out of the band, the kids and how to make it and what thing it's information overload. And information overload higher because ne go mo dirang gore o lose focus. Imagine o la le gore o batla go aga ga sentse gore batla go aga e be le gore anong you are trying to accumulate all the building materials motho ba re hey me kana mma dipula di eta koli yena wa reng ka yone o la bo phogeng di tena o se letsa tsa dikoli because ga batla gore o ne le ke pula me ano ile tsele gore di pedi ga di tshwane koli kana ke self accomplishment go aga kana ke shelter is a need. Yeah,
so we get to a point where because we have information readily available at any moment.
Yes.
It becomes an addiction.
Yes.
We sit there, we look at our phones. Well, oh, you're on your phone right now. You know, we're having a conversation, but how are you there in that conversation? Are you listening to that? Do you take time to actually listen to what people say, or you have taught your mind that information is a passing thing? Because we get there, we're like, okay, kebala a post, kebala the next post, kebala the next post. Your brain is learning, oh, this is a 5-second thing. Everything is in 5 seconds and passing.
Right.
What now that happens is, it happens on your screen, it starts happening in real life.
Yes,
Every
yes.
time I talk to Ben, I don't sit and actually listen to Ben and have a full conversation. Ki itse gore ke bua le Ben 5 seconds, ki bua le Karabo 5 seconds, and then your brain starts working in an overload that we've been saying. It's not a natural way of doing things. We need to stop, look around, listen, and enjoy
feel.
that. Feel.
Yeah.
Take your moment to enjoy things, because once we are distracted, it now starts affecting our physiological self.
You're
It
right.
starts affecting our mental self. We get to a point where now we're more anxious. You know,
Exactly.
you're supposed to rest, but and you don't even rest.
I feel like you're talking about me,
Girl.
girl.
You feel like I'm talking about
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Because we get there, we try to sleep, TV, phone on, everything. Every 5 seconds, you start to actually fall into a sleep. You get a message, you wake up, check. But you know what? It really changes who you are, how your brain works, and how you work in your daily life. You become very distracted.
Right, now the big question is, what does reclaiming focus look like in today's world? And I love asking you this question because we need to use your brain, psychology in issues like this. What does it look like? Lala, we are with information overload, but I really need to focus. How do I do it in this era?
You know, we always talk about boundaries,
Yeah.
right? It all starts with what you decide. Do you want to decide that you want to rest or you want to be on your phone, right? Yes, it's hard because we thought it's our phone now, but how long can you put your phone away and say, let me step back and just enjoy the moment. Let me not do anything and just be here without being on my phone. Boundaries. That's where boundaries come in. Ben hanka o letsa right now because I can bona Benny how tswa tirong o na le planets tsa gago.
Yes.
You are tired, you want to rest. You know that your body is saying I need rest. But I can let me make money because everybody is making money.
Yeah.
Let me work because when I look on social media, everybody's working. So you're always comparing yourself to other people, that you make decisions based on other people but not your current needs. And in this current need, you need rest, but you will choose something else. That means a lack of boundary. How easy is it? How hard is it to say no?
Now for me, it's very difficult to say no. I didn't grew up liking to say no. So
But you grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You grew
Yes.
up where there was we're not living in a distracted world.
Yeah.
Now we are. So now
I
we need
think
to
saying no is
look
rude.
back at the things that we live in a different world.
Yeah.
What are we changing with ourselves to adapt to this different world is where we get it wrong. We're not adapting. We are just surviving. And now that's when we get into survival mode. So starting to say no is very important.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your body says I need rest,
Rest.
no, I can't because
Yeah.
I need to rest.
Yes, and
Putting
speaking about
yourself
rest,
first.
Lala, speaking about rest, what is the difference between rest and sleeping? I just want to know, and because I just don't get how what is the difference between resting and sleeping?
It's when your brain is actually at a resting stage, right? Why it's over, sometimes I can be sitting at home.
Yeah.
Or how it's an there is no distraction. I'm in a quiet place. I'm with nature. How you feel re-energized,
Yes.
right? TV, your phone is on, the light is on, there's a lot of distractions, and then you find yourself not resting, right? Resting means taking your brain back to a calm state of mind. Whether you're doing it outside in nature, which is very advisable, whether you're doing it by putting your environment, changing your environment to make sure that it matches the type of mode you want to be in. How go kwa wa rest out in the TV ka ha o tshubile music batho ba ntse ba go text o bore ya home resting. No, you're not resting.
Yeah.
You are still being very much active,
very
right?
much active.
So
Yeah.
it's changing your activity mode to a low mode of where you don't need to do things. That's
Right.
resting. And sleeping means taking all distractions out, lighting. How your room looks actually even changes
Yes.
how you sleep, right? How you're not gonna sleep as better as if your room
Yeah,
is
like-
dim or
yes.
dark,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
If it is cold in the room, you need a certain temperature to make sure that you
I prefer
sleep
cold.
better. You prefer cold.
Yeah. Yeah,
But at the same time, switch your phone off 1 hour of 1 hour before you sleep. You have to switch all technology off so that your brain is not in active mode. It gets to rest and goes through the whole sleeping process. You get into REM sleep. There are types of sleeping modes that ensure that your whole body is really resting. You know, because
Okay.
when you rest, your body re-energizes itself. What they
yes,
tell
yes,
us,
yes.
ha ke a robala, o utlwa mokwato o le botlhoko, kgantele ha ke bua le lala, ha ke muti, mme wa bua. So sleeping is very actually important, but sleeping right is important.
I love asking you questions. How do you feel about people who believe losing focus is also necessary so that you can be able to rest and say, you know what, I lost focus. Let me go back to
You know what?
Something like that.
You know what I always say to humans?
Yeah.
Humans forget they're animals. To begin with, LNJ,
Yeah.
you forget you're an animal. The way God made you,
Yes.
the way you were intended to live as a human, right? Is you need to get the right rest. You need to get sunlight. You need to eat certain foods. You need to not be on your phone 24/7. But what are we doing exactly that we're not supposed to do? That means our brain changes, our body changes, you know.
Yeah.
And now you are going to start feeling it. In 10 years, your concentration is low because you are reading posts, but you can't read a book. You can't even sit through a book. You are you are distracted, right? You haven't been sleeping well. You get more wrinkles, you get more mental health problems, and you wonder why. So what you do now, you're going to pay for it later.
Later, yes. I love that. Yeah.
So take it back to
Every
the
action has consequences.
most humanistic, animalistic instinct. As an animal, what do I need?
Yeah.
Because it needs sleep.
Yes.
We need sleep.
We need sleep.
So stop being distracted by
We
things
go about 2
around
hours
you.
and but what them by 2 hours keep us all guys. Why do I want to make it seem like it's a flex
Eight
to sleep for
hours.
2 hours?
No,
Right. The
Kampa
final question is about multitasking. What is one of the things that but what you need to know how to multitask because in simple terms more like people think, oh no, you're doing a great job. But in real life, you can't build 3 houses, buy a car at the same time, in this 5 things that you're doing, that's your multitasking. Will lose your focus. Is multitasking really something that is important, or people should refrain from multitasking?
Well, we should multitask, but multitask right?
Yeah.
We want instant gratification, but we forget that things take time these days. You will have to learn what to do. Things take time. Hanka have 3 houses in a year, right?
Yeah.
You're still going to have the houses. You can build them in 3 years. So take and then say, okay, today these are my priorities. This year, these are my priorities. You focus on that and believe that it will take time and it's okay to take the time. We don't need everything now. And then it starts affecting who you are. So I think the best thing to do is just multitask, but multitask by putting small priorities, big priorities, and take your time through them. You don't have to do everything all at once.
Right. I think we need to put a disclaimer on our guys. We're not personal development coaches. We're just sharing with you the insights that we think our life has taught us thus far. I mean, I'm a 33-year-old with so much wisdom.
You can't even say it with a straight
I'm
face.
just having a conversation with my colleague here on our guys. Reclaiming focus in this distracted world is very important. Now for me, I would say, and I keep on saying, social media is our enemy. It depends on how you use it. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. When I'm social media, it's follow important pages. I think it's about TV. I think it's about and that is where the problem is. They need to do videos time and again. I won't say digital defending because I think one thing that is also bad is the attention that we get on social media. The moment you post something on the comments, you feel like you really made it. Now you are forced to do it and do it. The moment comment one highlights analyzing, you say thing, it destroys you flat. Now it's like you are living for social media. So now for me, social media I am not a fan of technology and I keep on saying it. Look on something we play online. Transport online because I fear technology for so many reasons.
Yeah, I think the best thing is to take it back to, that time and then realize, are we doing what our body needs or what not, or are going the other way. But otherwise, I think these are the conversations you should be having with the people around you. You should be having with your friends, with your colleagues, because once we start having these conversations, we start to act on them and we start to realize different point of views on ways that we're living. We encourage you and we motivate you every morning to do better, not only for yourself, for the people around you. Your mental health does matter, and what you do on your daily habits influences that immediately and in your future. So take that moment to say, you know what, am I living right for me? Because that is what you need. But otherwise, let's go find out what's happening in the news at 7. Botswana. Good morning.
ke ba gape ke go amogela mo go tsa metshameko re simole ka go lebelela jalo tsa kgwele ya dinao ya bomme ya ka metshameko ya bone e ne e tsweletse pele e le metshameko yone e le ya Gaborone region o ka itse le gore re letse re bona metshameko eo e ne tshamekiwa mo Tsila Maabane setlhopha sa Township Plus ba fengwa jalo ke Mazothi ka nno tse 3 go e lengwe mme mo metshamekong e mengwe ne tshamekiwa ne re bona jalo security systems ba kgona go fenya setlhopha sa UB Kicks ka nno pedi go lefela mo go ditshane fatha se ga mmogo jalo le Jerona motshameko ga wa nna teng ka ntlha ya gore lebala le ne le tetse metsi e le jaaka ba thalosa mme ga le bela jalo e mengwe metshameko e ne tshamekiwa setlhopha sa Wonder Girls ba ne ba fengwa jalo ke FC Ambassadors ka nno tse pedi go lefela Genomai yone ene e kgona gore e fenye Vicomate ka nno tse pedi go lefela mme setlhopha sa Police 11 ga mmogo jalo le the Big Sisters motshameko ga ba ka ba tshamekiwa ka ntlha ya lebala le ne le tetse metsi mme Royal GFA yone e kgona gore e fengwe jalo ke Presence. This scoreline is going to be shocking. 12-0.
Yes, 12-0, and once again it's Presence 11 ladies. For me it's progress in terms of well but anyway a shocking scoreline, right?
Very shocking.
Yes.
Like I'm looking at you like, what are you trying to justify?
You know what? Take it to the prisons.
Well, yeah, well, at least we gotta be no. Anyway, arsale pele re lebella jalo entse le tse di amana jalo le kgwele ya dinao ya bomme re lebelle metshameko e leng gore e tsweletse jalo ka kola hatsela Egypt e le metshameko ya Women's Champions League. Okay, tsele gore ne re bona jalo ka matha sa USFA ba khona gore ba tshameke malega a 1-1 le masa Mr. Pasafa Rabat bone ba fenga Augusto di Akonube ka nno tse pedi go lefela dina go tshamekiwa metshameko ya bohelo mme hao ya go komela o bona jalo setlhopha sa Gaborone United ba ratile go bolwa ke batho setlhopha sa the Red Roses ba fengwa ka nno tse 4 go lefela mo tournament e leng gore ba buile ko setlhopha sa Gaborone United with only a point e ba etsereng jalo ga ba tshameka maleka le JKT Queens ha ba ta ba nusitse JKT Queens e neng e fengwa jalo ke TP Mazembe ka nno tse pedi go lefela gore dithapa jaanong di setse di le 4 nka itse le rona go heta dithapa di le pedi mo groupong go setse setlhopha sa Rabat go setse yone TP Mazembe ke ngwa dithapa tse di setseng a Sek Mimosa le yone ke ngwa dithapa tse leng gore di setse gone ka go re tla le bile jalo go bana gore gone mme the semi-finals di a go tsamaya ka tsela ntseng jang ha ntse re o kometse jalo metshameko yone e le ya CAF League motho o dumela jalo gore Ba ithutile setlhopha sa Gaborone United. I mean, it was the first time le gore lehatshe la Botswana le a representative ko metshamekong ya morago gore ba fenye jalo the Khosafa region. Ebe go akwa CAF. It was always going to be hard for them.
Yeah, and ne ke lebetse motshameko wa bona ba tshameka jalo setlhopha sa TP Mazembe wana Karabo, and for me I know what TP Mazembe that the defending champions, if I'm not mistaken, and they've won it for the past, is it 3 or 4 years. For me there's something different about setlhopha sa Gaborone United. I don't know whether ke philosophy ya mo katisi kana yang. O wana le ha ba ta tshameka draw le, is it JKT?
Yes.
For me, they could have won it. How about TP Mazembe? I felt like, you know, that defending champions, but for me, the player thing, the people like Kifilo Kariatswana, when you jolly penalty, Kifilo, it was just VRLO Nebe, Nabili Kifilo has penalty about Hoban, VRLO Nebe, confirm, you know what, thanks to Halamotem, but Yagakibua, Hakiba, more than pound to pound. For me, Nabalakanakamashita, but there's a difference in which how they used to play previously compared to Nabeki, like it was, or is it Kanyona Hore now? It's Innocent Marapedi because they were now used to, is it Kaiser? The coach, Razor,
no,
yes.
so Razor is still the man at the helm of the team. He was with the team, and most of the time he was the one who was doing the coaching.
Right.
Yeah, Innocent Marapedi is that. CAF itokana lo gore stopper ebe se coach wa ke mo ka tsona le CAF A. Razor doesn't have CAF A. So Marapedi wa ba dirisa hela ile stand in gore go the CAF A nyame yes, okay. We are complying, but most of the talking and everything was done by an Razor, which I don't know. You look at, you know, the first game it was setting the bar for Gaborone United.
Yes.
You have 2 experienced players in Kesofase Mochawe Odinga missing a penalty. They had to retake the penalty because the goalkeeper Najule Pile, and then another experienced player who's even played outside the country, Kitimesi Tebe Benton, taking a penalty and missing. That was, you know, disappointing, and whether we like it or not, it somehow psychologically affected them. And we don't send psychologists with the team, more especially at club level. Like, okay, well, it is what it is. Go and compete. But I think it's going to be important to hear from them. But what have they learned from this tournament? You know, what have they taken which can help them even grow next year? Provided they'll win the league locally, which will probably happen. Honestly speaking, you know, but it is what it is. Anyway, as a lepele rebelle motshameko o le nosi no tshameka motsila mabane ele motshameko one wa the CAF World Cup playoff final between Nigeria le Lehatshe di DR Congo.
Ebile maduwa.
No. Se skwa se sone. Are tswela mo sone.
Yeah,
listen to me. The Tapakabedi, the Tamika Malika, a 1-1. How extra time is still, you know, tied at 1-1. And eventually went to penalties. DR Congo beaten Nigeria 4-3 to qualify for the intercontinental playoff. High World Cup yet? No, hold the horses. They have to play intercontinental playoff where we have other teams, it's a defense and the playoff from that continents now coming together to fight for that spot at the World Cup. But I liked it that Nigeria was knocked out.
Why?
I mean, I don't like this thing here. Certain countries feeling what Africa things can happen without them. So I was very happy when Nigeria was losing yesterday and DR Congo winning. It was a very entertaining encounter, and for Nigeria it has always be tough if your key players don't, you know, perform. When your Osman is being subbed, you know, Hodelat is not giving you guys what he wants. Like, you always want your international players to be in the forefront. To be leading. But if they are not doing that, not shocking that you're gonna be knocked out by DR Congo.
And you know what? How can you in this cycle of permutations? The permutation so Nigeria should have made it easy for them. Good group stages saying not the teams the underdogs. They are very dangerous. For now for me, because now for me, Africa when it comes to this World Cup qualifications.
I watched DR Congo yesterday. Guys, we are with this team. Go AFCON. stresses me. That team, the way they play, I just hope that the technical team of the Zebras will watch that encounter.
Which team scored first?
Nigeria.
And kana go bua kgatlhanong le Nigeria o le DRC go ra jalo gone gore we are doing something right. O bo ba hela o wina go di penalty.
And then there was Senegal playing Brazil. Those are the teams that are not losing the AFCON.
And Rona, we are here.
We are playing domestic football.
Yeah.
Ra AFCON in a couple of months.
In
couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We should be ready to leave.
DR Congo, Senegal. Senegal were beaten by Brazil 2-0.
Yeah.
You look at Angola, they were beaten 2-0 by Argentina. But this is what I always say. If you're going to play your Argentina, your Brazil, the score doesn't really matter. What matters is the level of competition you got from the sides what you were playing with. Rona re domestic football. Okay, no, very soon. I don't know whether they will confirm whether it's this week or next weekend. No, na re telo gate re tswala weekend at 23. No, weekend at 30. But it doesn't matter. Whenever we're gonna close the league, campaign. Where are we going to get the competitive friendlies? South Africa is playing Zambia, Namibia, but they're not even going to AFCON. They were in action, over the FIFA week. And, well, fingers crossed. Let's carry on. Talking about the World Cup qualifiers, we're literally wrapping up the World Cup qualifiers, Penny. Kako Europe, I'm just going to look at the Saturday ones, we're going to look at the Sunday ones. Kazakhstan is Malega, 1-1 Belgium, take him. Ifenya Bulgaria, can note a pedo, fella, Mr. Pasa, Canala Hasela, Liechtenstein, Bonem, Befengwaki Wales, Ganwelling or Holefella, Georgia, Ifengwaki Spain, can note a Holefella, Cyprus, your name, Ifengwaki Austria, can note a pedi, Holefella, Menseleka, Matato, Nerbanala Hasela, Bosnia, Bafenya, Romania, can note a Taro Elengwe, Denmark, Le Belarus, it is a Mekamaleka at 2-2, La Hasela, Slovenia, Banabafengwaki, Kosovo, Casepedi, Holefella, Greece, your name, Yokanahore, Ifenya, Scotland, the Casetaro Hosepedi, they had a red card in that encounter, La Hatela, Greece, Miss Switzerland, in the Ifenya, Sweden, Ganote, Neho, Elengwe, Elemisamiko, Nesamiko, Jalokamata, Zamabani, it was a heartbreak for Hungary, it was a heartbreak for our player, Liverpool, Dominic Soboslai.
Right. Hungary paying against Ireland can se tharo go tse pedi mosamoko mo teng ne le jelo la sala Portugal le mo just pasa Armenia Mr. Pasa Portugal sa ga senga stopa le ha selo ka notse roba mbongwe 9-1. Ukraine hosted Iceland. Ukraine emerging victorious with 2-0. Azerbaijan ni samga jalo le stopa le hasela France nyam samko hona away ka no se tharo go ilengwe. Serbia was playing up against Latvia mere bona jalo stopa so sa Serbia singam samko ka no se pedi go ilengwe. England yona stopa sa ga mmebo sena singa jalo stopa sa Albania ka no se pedi go le hela tota. Italy yone Italy, is this the Italy that we know?
It is the Italy that we know.
Ine samga jalo Norway, not just go tshameka ko lapeng Italy e hengwa jalo ke stopa sa Norway.
They actually needed to beat Norway by 9 goals for them to qualify for the World Cup.
But at least like one of the so-called has done something that is not called for. Yes, Israel not playing against Moldova. Israel yone ya hingam samko ka no tse ne go ilengwe Moldova ine bana jalo red card mo mosamikong ono wo ile tsentse ga ra jalo tsatsila yesterday.
Right, okay, tsela re mosamiko e tswalla pele mo tsatsila gompieko harta bana jalo elo jalo la hatsela Malta ba kopana jalo le Poland, Mr. Pasachek ba kopana jalo le Gibraltar, Netherlands bana le Lithuania, Germany in le Slovakia, Northern Ireland in le Luxembourg. What, you were saying something about Germany?
Yeah, I was saying it's a must watch because I'm German.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're German?
Yeah, I'm German.
Okay.
I'm a black German. Yeah.
Okay. Montenegro lehatelo ba kopana le Croatia, Romania bana le San Marino e le metshameko ya kamoso go bo Belarus ba tla kopana le bo Greece re tla tsoga go bolella metshameko e tshamekiwang jalo mo tsatsing la kamoso mme hela o itse le gore gona le tshamekiwang jalo mo tsatsing la gompieko yone neng ke go e bolella ye o e bona ebile mo ditshwantshong tsa gago metshameko yone e le ya the World Cup qualifiers le bile jalo ka go Araho kumala jalo ka ko United States of America ko eleng gore ke bangwe ba mahatsa ata bonga tshegeditse jalo the World Cup ka ngwaga wa 2026 itse le gore e ka ko USA, Mexico and Canada. Ha re tsamai?
Garba can't even go to Morocco.
No, Morocco is just too early, so you still have a couple of months to prepare for. It's next year, Jules.
Yes, next year. No, I can try. If Atlanta is part of the map, then I can do it.
Araho kumala jalo sa NBA u ka itselar nervana sta pasa Brooklyn Nets e le gore ba fenya the Wizards ba fenya 129-106 mme u ka itselar metshameko mengwe ne le the Rockets ba fenya Magic 117-113. That game went for overtime. Mr. Pasa, the Warriors, Bone, Banabafanya, the Pelicans, 124-106. Mr. Pasa, the Hawks, Bafanya, Phoenix Suns, 124-122. Elim Samuka, Samuka Jalo, NBA, Mukazela, Nervana Jalo, Trail Blazers, Bafanga Jalo, Mr. Pasa, the Mavericks, 138-133. That game also went for OT. There were a lot of games which actually went for OT today.
What is OT?
It's overtime.
Or like extra
it's
time?
Extra time, yeah.
Basketball.
In basketball, we call it OT.
Okay.
Another game which went for OT, the Bulls back up the Jazz. There are 2 overtimes. The first, they both take 5 minutes.
Oh.
So the Bulls and the Jazz, they went to overtime 1. About Zako Balek, and then they went to overtime 2.
What happens? How can I go overtime 2? You not draw highlights.
You don't draw.
Oh, you do the penalty. That game.
Penalty shootouts of free throws.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I get not going to nothing like say no basketball. Hence, I'm learning it from you.
I also went to schools with us no basketball. I'm a medium kid. Take the primary school.
Okay.
Yeah. No, take the Anderson pass by was a lot of SPSS.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
yeah
just like anyway, Nervanasta Pasa, the Jazz Bafanya Jello Chicago Bulls 152-147. Celtics Bafanya the Clippers 121-118. Mr. Pasa the Spurs Bafanya the Kings 123-110. Mesamiko Ewo is all la pele motsi la ka moso harta bana jala the Mavericks bakapana le Timber. Mr. Pasama Waki Bucks, the Cavaliers. This one is a must-watch. Bucks and Cavaliers. Pacers taking on the Pistons. The Clippers taking on the Philadelphia Sixers. Milka Italora Tabana Jalosta Pasa. The Knicks. Bakopana le Miami Heat. Hornets takes on the Raptors. Thunder Ekopana le Pelicans. Bulls will take on Denver Nuggets. Elo name Samiko ya the NBA. Lo hore tara hala hamatila kamoso. Pero kumulana jalo. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Yeah, I'm a lifesaver. You're welcome.
Whatever. I appreciate you though. Maragarla jalo za rona tsa metshameko tsa mosupologo ono ka tselentseng jalo re ba re kopana gape mo tsetseng la ka moso ke biriwa Karabo Miss K Bosena. Until tomorrow.
Like I tell DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show. It is the Monday book review, and we shine light into our authors here in our beautiful country, Botswana. And today, the book we will be reviewing is called Daily Thoughts. It's inspiration, wisdom, and clarity for every day. It's something everybody experiences, and these are better ways to navigate some of those problems that you may find yourself in. The author, Sydney Lefofe, is with us on the red couch this morning as we take us through this book. Sydney, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good.
You're good. You really do get your daily thoughts in every every morning. Or the right energy.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, first I need a brief introduction because as we take it out of the shelf, but we tend to want to know the man behind the words that are written in the book. Let's briefly talk about who Sydney is, and then we talk about your journey as an author.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ke bitsa Sydney Lefofe. Ke tholega ko Mahalap ko khoteng ya Tsikinyega. Batsadi ba ba tholega ko Phaleng ko Shoshong. That's who I am, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, and that's what I wake up every morning to do. That's who I am. Me ke simolotse ke lora go nna dentist. Ke gola. And I think I had the capacity to do that. I like dental therapy because of some shortcomings. And I worked for the government for 4 years, 5 months as a dental therapist. And that is what I've done. And I just quit my job around 26. And it was quite chaotic when I did, because I usually say this, that my mom thought I was bewitched. Because a lot of people didn't even understand what I was trying to do. And I made a decision that I want to pay my own path. I got to Gala because of frustration or anything. It was just a decision because I thought I came to an awareness that there is more to life than what I knew. And I wanted to explore, and I started the journey of entrepreneurship. And that's what I do now. And I don't regret having made that decision. But I went on, as an entrepreneur, I went on again to now close the gaps, because there were a lot of gaps that I needed to close. I started a journey to business. I did higher certificate, more business management. I did a bachelor of business admin, and I went on to do a master's in business admin. So thank you very much.
All right, now we want to get into you as an author. I mean, you wear a lot of hats. Right? When did you decide I missed everything that was happening in your life? And the reason I wanted to talk a little bit about your life, how kwala daily thoughts how did you get to that decision of work? But yeah, tell us about your journey to become an author.
Okay. I just needed to share my experiences, because my life is quite a journey. So how long am I Botswana? There are a lot of barriers and a lot of red tapes to break. And as I was doing all those things, because transition, more Botswana is very painful and is tough. And all those experiences, and I had to come now, my personal experiences. And this book is a gift. This book is a gift that I wanted to pass on to the next generation, so that they can be guided. I usually tell people that it took me many years to finally come to a point where I say, I deserve better. I can do better, because I was fighting lots and lots of demons, and lots of defeated mindset. So, and I usually tell people that it took me long, but I can help people to do it in a year or two. Yeah, through my personal experiences.
I love the fact that Honore, it took you long. You said that it took about 5 years to write this book.
Yeah.
Mehela ke le motho o batlang go bala buka e. Ke itemogetse gore ha se buka yo ka reng ka etsa tsatsi le weekend yo thobo se tso bala ma go ka mantsi ka gore e dithuto hela tse dintsi mo go maswa. How do you intend people to read this book? Is it supposed to be something every morning you get guided through, or it's a journey of saying I want to transform my life? Like it's a book it can help me transform. Or it's just a continuous reminder that what is the intention behind daily thoughts?
This is a daily guide. This is a daily guide. The topic is a daily mo booking. The harlohan because I'm addressing almost every area of life. I address issues like destiny helpers. Or you need people. How about the transition? How about you work on yourself, you work on your character, you work on your attitude. So that because we need a lot of help from people. You can't be an entrepreneur or you can't live a better life without the help of many hands. So when I let on the hands that thing, high similar hella you change, which is the most critical thing. Anything that doesn't change, it stagnates. After stagnation, it deteriorates. And even a human being, how's a whole? Don't be slower than the wheel of life. Life moves. And
whatever is happening, it will continue to move.
Yeah, and if you stagnate or you are slow, things are going to pass you. And you are going to realize that I usually give this example that motors are holding in terms of anything. O hela patrasa gore le itale bana. Ka goreng ga gola. Bana kono ba ka motaloganyang. But your age mates wa ba heta ba go heta. And then you tend to go down. That's why o itala ba golo ba gruva le bana. And o ga teng ke khangela gono gore ga kgona go gola to level ya ka societan le batho ba netan. So, and this is what we are working on. You can't read this book in a day or in a week. You have to have it because gona lena go tsamang through some
not they're not going to go through each problem every day. So certain things, maybe that's like 2 years from now and you need something to sort of guide you. Now, as a writer, there's certain moments that you find rewarding. Have you had those moments yet, or that are yet to come? Or just writing the book and having it here in front of you was the most rewarding moment?
Yeah, the most rewarding moment was me to publish it because there was a time I was worried that I didn't want to die before this book gets an Amodisha of home, because for me it's a gift that I needed to give to the next generation. So it is quite a journey. And the feedback that I'm getting now, I'll give you just one simple scenario that I got. My mechanic.
Your mechanic?
My mechanic.
I love it.
So I went to his garage and he told me that I heard that you released the book. Bring that book.
Like
Make chapter 1. I'll call you when summarizes. He took the book and it hit him. Now he's forcing everyone to read it because this is a life-changing book. I targeted his weaknesses because this book addresses, like I'm saying, I came from background that's a low life.
Yeah.
The ward is a low life.
Neighborhood.
The neighborhood is bad. So we grew up in mediocrity. Where motivation. So for you to end up breaking from that cycle, societal norms, culture. Yeah, we have a very bad culture. So yeah,
you're trying to change that one word at a time.
Yeah.
Sydney, we don't have much time left, but I want to ask what is there a certain age limit buka would be good for somebody maybe in high school, or is literally just about reading and learning? It doesn't matter who it is who can read this book.
This book has a whole. Personally, I would prefer Bana Bible from junior school. From junior school, because like Kibua, this carries a mindset. It carries a mindset or a winning mindset. Like in Kibua, I started from a defeated mindset. So transition that thing to be someone yo ka ikemelang, yo ka ituelang, yo ka itirelang kgwebo, yo ka yareng, you need to read and get the mindset.
All right, and just before I let you go, where can we get this book? Is it on shelves? How much do we have? Daily thoughts in our bookshelf.
Okay, for now we are talking to the bookshops, especially Mohabron. People can contact 724-01815. Send a WhatsApp. Reta go romela details tsa gore ka e bona jang. After that, we deliver throughout the country.
And are you there on social media also?
Yes.
All right. Yes. You can jump on social media again. The name of the book is Daily Thoughts. This is something that you need to have by your bookshelf. We have people like Sydney that help us, guide us through those, and through literature is how we're doing it. Sydney, thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolutely great pleasure to hear your words and manage to read some of them, and I hope that you manage to change people's lives one word at a time.
Thank you very much. All
right.
Thank you.
That is our book review Monday. As you step into your day, try to do better and actually do better. Good morning. We start our morning just like that on that breakfast show. DUMELA the right information that you need as you step into the day. We went through what is happening in our sports as well as what is happening in our roads. And watch out for very wet areas because and then now we have unforeseen circumstances, and then we're not unable to start our week right. But otherwise, we just had a conversation with Sydney guys, keep reading. Life is not a single act. You keep having books like this on your bedside. Every day you read a little chapter, and then it can help you navigate life better. Do go get it. Do go on social media platforms and find Sydney. Here's the book. This is how we are changing the world one word at a time.
Also, a big thank you goes out to Menaledi Lalatsapo as she was here talking to me and talking to us about reclaiming focus in a distracted world. So that there's a lot that is distracting us. Therefore, to reclaim your focus is equally as important as taking that rest to make sure that you are doing those. Katsela yo yelesa ntekele bojelo ba sepulisa Botswana ja khentse kana bua gona gore a nne ba jwele mo magale re bua jalo tsone khantse o tsira manjelo semo sa pharakano re ga mo go le khentse ka krabo bosena e ka kene mantsutsidi wa tsa metshameko re ta kopana gape le bone mo tsatsing la ka moso.
Otherwise, has your Monday started off well? Okay.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. We can make it a 10 out of 10 tomorrow. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. My name
is Bernard Benibi.